to item number 2 on our agenda, reports. Item 2.1, board members may have a discussion about conferences, visitations, legislation, special recognition, donations, etc. Does anybody have a report? Perfect.
I have 2 things. I was able to tour Yuma High, and I was so impressed by the staff, the facility, the students. It's always nice to be able to go and kind of be in, we sit up here every month, but you're never on campus to see the actual successes, and it was a blessing, the whole thing. So I appreciate. Thank you, Mr. Fritz. The other thing I'd like to say is congratulations on the letter grades for the schools. We are B schools under the selected state criteria. So I was just very proud to hear that. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, I would like to report that I had the privilege of attending 2 schools' A-team ceremonies, Gila Ridge and Kofa. They were wonderful and bright and positive and happy, and I loved seeing all the parents and the smiling faces as they get their varsity letter and their bars. I really enjoy this celebration for academics in the same vein as how we celebrate athletics. I really like that. And then I also had the privilege of touring Cibola yesterday, and I can't remember if I toured, nope, Yuma High was last month. So thank you for being with us, Mr. Pavey, and I appreciate you, Tim, being available for us to make these tours happen. And the schools look amazing. Cibola looks great. I was there during a passing period, and it is never chaos. It's just very calm, and so I applaud that. So thank you very much. Yes?
I was able to attend the A-team ceremony at Cibola, and it was very interesting how different each school does their A-team ceremony. And so I would encourage other schools to go visit other schools while they're doing that, just to get some ideas, because it's really cool how you guys are all unique in that way.
I encourage you guys to go to San Luis. They have the mariachi and the orchestra over there too. So
It's on the docket. It's coming up. It's coming up. Thank you. Okay, item number 2.2, superintendent's report.
Thank you. This month we have Somerton High School for our student council report, so I'd like to invite Somerton High School up to the podium. Thank you, Mr. Bosch.
Thank you. Good evening, President Kravitz, board members, Superintendent Brienza, and Associate Superintendents. My name is Alberto Gonzalez, and I'm the student body president for the Somerton High School. And I'm here with?
Good evening. My name is Mia Galvez, and I'm the student body vice president for Somerton High School.
Let's get started with the presentation. So first off, the Plaza de Toros, our grand opening. On November 22nd, we're kicking it off with a basketball game versus Cleopatra, boys and girls. And we're so excited to have a whole different gym where it's called a performance gym, where we can just have so many events we can have. Now we don't have to stay outside in the hot sun doing our assemblies now. So it's just something we're looking forward as a Stuco.
We are proud to say that during our football season, our Somerton Toros were able to end the season with a 7-2 score, where they were able to defeat all local high schools, including winning against their last away game with Gila Ridge. Our volleyball team, they also ended off the season with a 16-2 record, and our golf team were able to receive their varsity letters.
I just want to show the pictures of our football team. Those are, what game was that? That was one of our games at home. It was just a very memorable time yeah, I remember taking the photo, and it was just so fun. And on the right, it was our volleyball team. They won that game, and it was just a very fun atmosphere we had. I would also like to express the swim. Our swim team had an amazing season. Jose Valtera and Diego Rodan had the fastest 50-meter and 100-meter swim in the team altogether. And cross country, they were able to consistently place top 10 in all their matches, and also getting their first Somerton High School hosted at home for cross country.
This month, our Spirit Line will be attending the Game Day State Championships. Recently, they started a Tiny Turtles clinic where little kids were able to hang out with the cheerleaders, and they were able to teach them how to cheer. At one of our home games during halftime, the Tiny Turtles and our cheerleaders performed for our audience, and it was very nice to see them, and hopefully we'll be able to see them again in the future. During one of our home games, we dedicated it to a little girl named Everly. She was able to beat childhood cancer, and it was a very memorable thing to see. She was able to come out onto the field in front of everyone during our halftime, and it was very beautiful to see her very happy that she was able to defeat this disease.
So the state for cheerleading, Tiny Turtle Clinic, and also the Everly, where we dedicated the whole game to her. It was very excited. I remember seeing her coming into the field, and just she was so happy. And she was also celebrating with the cheerleaders. That made her day.
For the first time in our school history, our chess team was able to qualify for the state team championships as well as individual ones, and it was very nice to see that they were able to qualify this. So
Our AT celebration. So the Somerton High School had its very own first celebration for the A team, where all students with A grades throughout their freshman year came in, celebrated, and had a very fun time.
As a student council, we are proud to say that our new teacher champion is our student council advisor, Ms. Hossel. Our student council members and officers were so proud to see that she was able to become this. She's really good with the students. She's always been there for everyone, and she does really good with teaching them in English.
Our Somerton High School attended Hiller Ridge hosted Yuma County Get Together last Friday. It was a very fun experience. We all came in. There was themes, and our theme was Jersey Shore, or how we call it, Toro Shore. It was very fun, and also we won the Best Student Council Award by winning their games and winning the most points out of all the local high schools.
This past school year, our CTE ambassadors went to Washington, D.C. to attend the WLTI conference.
Our CCCM Spirit Week, which is a college career Spirit Week, we're hosting it this week. Yesterday we had a first day, which was amazing. We had AWC, Northern, NEU, and U of A, and other health colleges come in and actually provide insight on what they offered. I had an amazing experience, and we want to continue these type of fairs to help build and help give students an opportunity to go into a career they like, and also a career they find fun, interesting.
Our Unified Sports Bowling was able to win the bowling tournament recently. In the picture, we have their advisor, Ms. Moore, along with all the students, and it's very nice to see that, how excited they were to be able to win this tournament.
Chick-fil-A Academy was a recent fundraiser that we had. We partnered up with Chick-fil-A where we want to help local students in our community by reading. We want to support and like push the reading levels in our community, and by doing that, Chick-fil-A gave us books where we packaged into presents, and we're going to give out to local elementary schools, where we go and read them the books and just give them like a fun, exciting day, showing them like what a high school is, and just showing them how, fun Somerton is.
This Friday, on November 15th, we'll be hosting our very first Powder Puff event. It will be against the sophomores and freshmen. Our football coaches will be helping along with their football players as assistant coaches. It will be at 6:30 with a $5 entry. So if you guys wish to show up to the Powder Puff, you are more than welcome.
That'll be everything. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Somerton. I do want to thank our community for passing the Yes, Yes bond campaign several years ago, and our governing board for continuing the support of Somerton High School, because as you can tell from their presentation, they're very excited about not having pep assemblies outside anymore, Mr. Arviso. And that's because of the final completion of the gym, which everyone has an invitation on their dais right here. So I hope to see all of you there. It's going to be next Friday, the 22nd, at 3:30. So I hope everyone's there. But as you can tell from the student, it means a lot, and it means a lot to the community. So once again, thank you, community, for the passage of the bond a few years ago, and thank you, governing board, for the support of building Somerton High School those many years ago. And a little known fact, maybe Ms. Mellon was the co-chair of the bond years ago, so we do appreciate that work as well. But with that concludes my report.
Thank you.
Can I just say something?
Of course.
I'm just,
Are you on?
for me? Yes, I am. It's so amazed, not because I'm from Somerton, but the fact of the matter that, what Somerton High School has accomplished in only 2 years in sports and after-school programs, et cetera. It's amazing. I'm not saying that other school can't do the same, but, it just gives me a lot of hope that in the near future things are going to be, more and more better than what we have now. But definitely, I really thank the staff as well as the students to, give it all the effort to do what they do. So, thank you.
Thank you. Thanks, Carlos. Okay, moving on to information item 3.1, budget overview of the 24-25 YUHSD internal budget. Diane, or should I go straight to Brenda? Straight to Brenda.
Good evening. Brenda Higuera. I'm here to give you your monthly budget update. I know you're all very excited about that. You should have that in your board books. As always, this is our just like a snapshot of where we are as a district in our M&O budget as well as our capital budget. On the first page, you'll see our salaries, our fixed expenditures, as well as our school budgets there listed, and what they have spent as a percentage from the previous month. On page 2, you see our M&O budget continued, and this is broken down by the different departments. The grand total on the bottom, our budget for the school year is $109,027,008. Of that, we have spent so far $24,433,812, which is about 22%. The next page, you'll see our capital budget. This is broken down by the different departments, and then also you'll see the school budgets listed. The budget that we have for the school year is $14,497,182. Of that, we have spent so far $5,669,990, about 39%. And then the very last page is our Student Activities Fund report. At the top part, you'll see it listed by the schools. That's the total, the ending cash balance total there is $793,225 and 56 cents. On the bottom, you'll see the year to date. You'll see that it is, the expenditures, our balance is $78,603 and 88 cents. And it shows that our schools are spending their funds. So that's what we want to see. Any questions?
Does anybody have a question? Because I have one. May I ask on the M&O budget? I just don't recall if this is what it's always been. The transportation of 8.5 million, has it always been that high?
Yes, that's what it was from previous.
Okay, so it's not any different than previous years. Okay, thank you. Anybody else? Okay, thanks, Brenda.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to informational item 3.2. I think we have a presentation. I'll throw it to Derek, please.
Yes, I'm going to turn it over to Ms. Bibi Frazine, our Director of LMS and Ed Technologies. Tonight she's going to be talking about our online tutoring service, which is called Paper. She's going to share with us some data and some of the cool features. So thank you, Ms. Frazine.
Thank you. Good evening, President Kravitz, Board Member Superintendent Brianza, and Associate Superintendents. As Mr. Bosch said, I'm Bibi Frazine, Director of Ed Tech and LMS, and that's Learning Management Systems. I don't want to use too many abbreviations. So I'm honored here today to discuss Paper.co, our tutoring company, and I'm also very honored to welcome our partners from Paper here this evening with Ishan Gupta, our Vice President of Customer Success, Kyle Rayo, and specifically Shelby Godfrey, who is a Director of Key Accounts, and she'll be talking about our data. So 3 years ago, we sought out a tutoring platform that would support our educational needs of our students and also provide access to them. Paper.co is an online tutoring platform that provides 24/7 on-demand tutoring and academic support for our for our students 9 through 12 across the various subjects. It offers an accessible way for students to get help outside of regular school hours, aiming to make the academic support equitable by providing every student in our district support. So this year we had, I guess I'm not even showing you anything. So, all right, so this year we had 2 goals in aligning our mission with UMA Union. We wanted to make sure our goals with Paper.co were in alignment. So we had 2 key goals this year. Paper was going to support us with our standards-based instruction, and the second goal is to have Paper support us with personalized learning. Just going over very briefly some of the key features that we've had for the last 2+ years. It have been the unlimited 24-hour, 24/7 access. So our students been able to connect on demand immediately, anytime, Monday through Sunday, and 24/7. So, so it helps with their schedule and their weekends and any other support for them in the classroom in terms of being able to give students very personalized feedback in regards to their writing. Very personalized feedback in regards to their writing. So this year, we've extended the platform so beyond this piece of the on-demand tutoring and the submissions for writing feedback, we have gone into some key factors this year that have also engaged our teachers into this, this platform so that they can have some control in terms of what's going on in their classroom, how these directions are going, and how the tutor is really conducting some of the items that they are learning or having struggles with. So we have Paper for ACT this year. We have Paper reading and math missions. And these are some of the things that we can either assign to students or they do on their own. And funny enough, we've had a lot of students do math missions on their own. We've never really introduced that initially. We have now, but prior to that, we had some really high usage there. We also have tutors who are helpful with the college essays or resume reviews for college community. And then we have some instructional videos that are available for our students. Specifically, our teachers have control over what we call pulse questions, and this is an AI functionality where a teacher will put a prompt in and ask it to provide 5 questions that will check for understanding at the end of a lesson, or check to see where the students are at the beginning of a lesson. And this has been very quick, on demand. 5 questions pop up. You can make it a theme of basketball or any other things that students' interest is really high. Teachers use paper to support their standards-based instruction in the classroom, and this is one of those aspects. Also, teachers have the ability to assign perhaps their first draft of writing, assign them to turn it into a tutor, let the tutor know this is what we're looking at, here's the rubric that we're using, here are some of the things that we use with Cambridge. And so when the tutor actually gets the student online with them, they have more of a guidance that our teachers are able to provide. So that's been a really nice added feature this year. Our teachers in the past have not had that ability, and so this year that we've kind of rolled this out with professional development, they've really taken to it, especially after our September 23rd Professional Development Day. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and transfer this over to Shelby, and she is going to talk to you a little bit about the data.
Thank you, Bibi. Good evening. My name is Shelby Godfrey, and I'm the Director of Key Accounts here at Paper. I'm also your account manager. It is a pleasure to be here tonight and to share with you some of the amazing work that your teachers and students are receiving support with on the Paper platform. All of the data that you see here tonight is from July 1st through November 7th, so really the first 3 months of school. Within that first 3 months, students have received over 1,200 hours of academic support from our Paper tutors. And we see student engagement is 4 times higher this year than the same time last year. There have been over 11,000 learning moments on the platform, and I really want to focus in on 2 of those features, which is almost 2,000 live help sessions. So that's one-on-one tutoring support with Yuma High School students and our Paper tutors, and almost 1,000 essays that have been uploaded on the platform and been given feedback from our Paper tutors to your students. As Bibi mentioned, one of our newest features this year is pulse quizzes. So teachers can create a pulse quiz, which is standards aligned, provide that to students, and we've seen over 6,300 pulse quizzes completed by students. After students complete those quizzes, they also have the opportunity to jump into a live help session on any misunderstandings that they have or any questions that they've missed. When we look at student engagement is 4 times higher than this time last year, but platform usage in general is increased across all features. So 1 out of 4 students have used Paper for academic support across the district so far this school year. And they're not just logging in for one time. We see usage is 1.6 times higher with the tutor-supported hours for your students. When we zero in looking at grade level usage, 45% of 9th graders have used Paper just within the first 3 months of school for academic support. And the school with the highest usage, students at Yuma High, almost half of those students have received support from Paper. Not only are students receiving academic support, but all 7 of your schools, so 7 out of 7, used Paper, or used Major Clarity, during their career fair this year to connect the dots between what they're learning in school and that post-secondary exploration as well. So not only is student engagement higher and students are receiving academic support from Paper, but it is saving time for your teachers, some valuable time. Within the live help sessions, so those one-on-one tutoring sessions, we've seen over 900 hours so far this school year, and most of that usage has been in math support, with English being the second highest content. Out of the essays that have submitted on the platform, that saved your English teachers over 260 hours of feedback. So the work that students are getting, they're able to make those corrections and make sure that when teachers get those essays back, they're higher quality work. We want to support not just your students along their academic journeys and your teachers in saving their valuable time, but also support your district initiatives. So our goals that we're working with BB and the district on are twofold. The first is supporting your teachers with standards-based instruction. So in every training that we give, we show teachers how they can use pulse quizzes or how they can use our teacher-assigned tools to provide students with that standards-based instruction. And you see a huge jump in the usage data from September to October because we were on site at your district-wide professional development day. Then we've also been on site at several schools providing teachers with that training, which is why you see that jump in usage. Our second goal is supporting YUMA teachers and students with that personalized instruction. So in all of our trainings, we're showing teachers how you can differentiate instruction on the platform by making different assignments, providing students with academic support, with live help, with pulse quizzes, and with the Writing Review Center. This is all culminating into an increase in usage, and we're really excited to see this continue throughout the year in service and support of your students.
I wanted to share a little bit of what our students are saying about the tutoring sessions. So they have a unique opportunity at the end of their session to provide feedback for our tutors so that they can continue to provide the customer service necessary. So very kind and helpful, helped me gain more understanding on the topic and that I needed to study. He was great, straight to the point, and helped me learn. Would love to have him again. I really enjoyed how she explained straight to the point and would want her as my tutor again. Super supportive and nice, made everything much more understandable. He was so much help. He answered all my questions and walked me through my questions step by step. Enjoyed having Zach as my tutor. He was great help, thank you. One of my favorites, thank you, it helped a little bit, but I have to go. And then a sweet and nice tutor. I appreciated having her as a tutor. So some of the experiences our students are having is pleasant, and they're getting that understanding that asking for help is a friendly situation. It's not something where they're feeling embarrassed or anything of that sort. I wanted to just kind of come back to what we originally 3 years ago sat down and had asked for vendors to come and talk to us about what they offered in terms of tutoring. Our main thing is our students have such diverse backgrounds that we wanted to make sure that outside of the time they have with us, that they had time to be able to get the support they needed, and then somehow that we were a part of that process. So just to show you a little bit of per cohort usage, and I know that Shelby shared with you that it was about 43% were ninth graders. But the average sessions per day, so in the time from July 1st to November 7th, an average of 68.5 sessions occur. So I just wanted to kind of look at between 7 in the morning to 2:59 p.m., which is during school time hours. We have 69% of our students who are utilizing the platform assigned with and without prompting of their teachers. And then from 3 o'clock to 6:59 a.m., we have 31% of our students who log in to paper.co for assistance and support. So that's just telling us that's 31% of the students that we would have not been able to make connections with and have the support available for them. And I did make a typo on the last one, so the average use in a day, so you can kind of see Sundays and Saturdays, those are not school days, but they're still having sessions that are on average occurring on those days. Again, we're reaching students that we would not have normally reached. So, do you have any questions for us?
Does anybody have a question? I do, of course. Okay. So the first question would be, I guess, for Shelby. So is it possible for these students who gave positive reviews with a specific tutor to establish sort of an ongoing repeat with these tutors? Is that possible to develop that relationship?
At the moment, with our on-demand, students access access support at any time. We do have a new program that we're launching, which is high impact tutoring, which is that scheduled time where students have a reoccurring tutoring session that's 3 times a day for 30 minutes a day. But that is our high impact tutoring program. With our on-demand program, that is based off of tutor availability. So,
Okay.
and the student schedule, it's not pre-scheduled.
Okay, got it. Thank you. And then my second question would be for our district, which is, I don't know how much, I don't recall how much we paid for this product, but basically, are we getting a good return on our money?
So I would say yes. We went down this path maybe about 3 years ago. I was part of the RFP committee in a different position as superintendent. And we were replacing the old school tutoring of in-person after school from, let's say, 3 to 5. Well, there's a whole group of students who can't attend from 3 to 5, whether they're involved in extracurricular activities, they have jobs after school. So I think the impact that we've seen, being able to have anyone log on at any time from 3 p.m. to 6:59, that'd probably be my time frame. You know, when I was in high school, that allows them to be successful in their classes. So I would say that our return on investment is beneficial, is positive, and we're able to reach more students, and this means every student at any given time. And the one added benefit is I believe that teachers are using it in the classroom as well. And I don't want to go down too far because I don't know enough about Major Clarity, because that's probably outside my area of expertise, but that's something else that's been brought on that I think has been beneficial for our counseling department and our teachers as well, which is huge. So yes, I would say after a 5-minute explanation, yes, I think it's been a great investment.
Okay, thank you. And I heard that you said that there were ACT tutoring.
Yes.
How are we messaging that to our families in our district?
So we have done professional development with our teachers to roll that out, showing that how the students can get to it, how the teachers can guide the students to select the different topics or the different content areas to get tutoring in that area. As we move into the spring, it's going to be even more critical as we start doing a lot of test prepping. There's going to be the ability to jump on tutoring for ACT during the day, so that our students can have that opportunity to see where they may have some gaps in their own learning, and they'll be able to take ownership of that with the tutor.
And we're sharing that messaging with families as well?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
I
Thank
think
you.
that's all. Thank you so much for your presentation. Okay, moving on to informational item 3.3, Parent Academy update. Derek.
All right, so we have Ms. Maria Dillard and Mr. Mike Sharp, Director of Strategic Projects, here tonight to share with you some of the things that they've done this semester with Parent Academy, the tweaks that they've made from previous semesters, and the plan going forward. So, Mr. Sharp.
Thank you, Mr. Bosch. President Kravitz, Governing Board, Superintendent Brianza, Associates, thanks for letting us be in front of you this evening. Like Mr. Bosch says, I'm going to share with you some updates on what we've done with the Parent Academy for this past school year.
Good evening. My name is Maria Dillard. I am a counselor at Somerton High School, and I also help with coordinating the Parent Academy. And the mission of our Parent Academy, the purpose of it is to equip families with vital information to help them navigate the high school experience, but also to prepare them to be college, career, community ready upon graduation.
So as you'll remember, we were in front of you, I want to say last year, pretty close to this time, talking about Parent Academy, and that we had been associated with ASU, and it was super expensive. So Maria and Brenda Smith decided, hey, why don't we just create our own? So back in the school year of 23-24, that's when we created and held our own very first district Parent Academy. That was developed through our teachers, our counselors, our dropout prevention specialists, administration, coordinated efforts to develop 5 different sessions for us, and those were 90-minute sessions. And that had a huge effect on just the cost, because it was if I remember right, it was like $10,000 per school through going through ASU, but then now we're under that totally. So some of the changes that we've made rolling into the fall of 2024, we've whittled it down a little bit we had some feedback from our parents and from our instructors that 5 weeks is kind of a long period of time. So we whittled it back to 3 weeks. We had 3 90-minute sessions. All campuses offered sessions, so every at different nights of the week. We added a virtual option, and then also we had a Saturday workshop.
As you can see, these are pictures. On the bottom, we have Rigo. He was giving the class at San Luis High School, and then on the right side, and Mr. Charles Kane. And this was happening at Vista on Saturday a couple of weeks ago. But the 3 sessions, we were able to cover them within the 3 weeks. And on Saturday, we were able to do the 3 hours with the parents. It just depended what they wanted to learn more about and what session they wanted to join. But it was also open throughout the 3 weeks. The parents did not have to attend all 3 weeks. They could pick what topics they want to learn more about, or they can join all 3 weeks. We talked about technology platform, which is communication. We talked about attendance, concurrent enrollment, dual enrollment, standard-based grading, earning college credit in high school, supporting students, and also special education. Another session was getting involved, helping the parents and helping them understand how their students can be involved in our school by CTE, Career and Technical Education, Mastery of Art programs, athletics, activity, and also Portrait of Arts, graduate. And then the 3rd session was planning for the future, realizing goals, senior packet, exploring the future, transcript reviews, admission, standardized tests, post-graduation pathways, and also financial aid.
So what just happened back in August and then moving into September? So in August, we brought on our instructors. Most of them are instructors from the previous year, but we did have a couple of new ones. We trained them up. We worked with the campuses as far as logistics go, as far as rooms and whatnot. We advertised through Parent Square, which was absolutely amazing and easy. And then we followed up with emails and phone calls. And so then in September 24, we ran 3 consecutive weeks. We had each session, or each campus held a session. Again, like we had the virtual session. That was probably the best attended of them all. And then we also offered that Saturday, October 19th session. It was 9 to 1, and that was pretty well attended as well. The overall for this past September, we've had 141 families take part of the Parent Academy, which is up from 75 from the previous year. So we're moving in the right direction.
Yes, and this upcoming spring in 2025, we're going to have our Parent Academy, and we revised the curriculum a little bit. We're moving it from having 3 sessions of 90 minutes to having it 4 sessions for an hour each session. We're still gonna cover everything we talked about during those 3 sessions, but we're breaking it down because it was feedback that the parents gave us and also the teachers, so they were able to revise the curriculum. And now we're gonna talk about academics, student services, getting involved, planning for the future within those 4 weeks. And also we're gonna have our virtual session and 2 Spanish sessions because the Spanish class was pretty popular. And also we're gonna offer it on a Saturday. If parents can't come during the week or they can attend virtually, they can join on a Saturday as well.
So we have some parent testimonials, and these are pulled straight from them. So it says, the whole presentation is interesting. I can say that many times I leave the education up to my child, but there is many support and resources out there for me to be more involved in my child's education. A second parent said, it's very interesting. I learned so much. I'm always on top of my children's education. I learned new things. One of the aspects I learned was about SBGs, standards-based grading. So thank you for teaching me how to better understand the grading system.
And then we also had a student provide his feedback and his testimonial. The student said, the class was very helpful. There are many different options and advantages that I was not aware of. There is a lot of information since my first year that I was very lost. I am now a senior, and I realize I can take the information I receive from the classes and I can continue with my experience at school. I want to use what I receive to apply to a university. This has helped me a lot for my future. I highly recommend students take the class as well.
Here's just a couple of pictures of a couple of the sessions that we see. various schools. And these are our wonderful instructors. We have Andrea Ward. She's a teacher at COFA, but she taught for us at Cibola and Yuma High. With Charles Kay, he's a teacher at Gila Ridge. He taught at Gila Ridge. Teresa Moore, she's at Somerton. Verdiana Medina, she's a teacher at COFA and also taught at COFA. And we marry Vista and COFA just to have some, just for numbers' sake. Elva Lozano, she's a teacher at San Luis, and she also taught at San Luis. Adam Camareno was our virtual instructor. Actually, in moving forward with Adam, he is going to help us develop an online platform where parents can access all this information asynchronously, so they don't have to show up. They can just show up to this. So we'll have all these options for them parents to get educated. And then Rigo Conde, our superstar down in San Luis, he does our Spanish sessions. Thank you. Any questions?
Thank you. Does anybody have questions?
I do.
Maria would be happy to answer.
Nice. No, that is excellent. I love that you've made it our own, which is wonderful. A couple questions. Are you seeing, is there a trend of which, age group within freshman to senior that the parents are participating? And then is it kind of even throughout all the schools of participation? Do you see, more from different schools?
The participation varies from school to school, and it also varies from topic to topic.
Okay.
As we announce the topics prior to the week before, say, hey, if you're interested, here they come. Here's what we're talking about. So, maybe a senior parent wouldn't be necessarily interested in perhaps getting involved, but they want to know about postgraduate stuff.
And then, okay, that's great. The other is it open to students or parents that are 7th and 8th grade? They want to sign up because they want to be prepared, for their freshmen coming in as well, maybe to the junior and middle schools?
Good idea. Good idea.
Okay.
Yes, it's open, but we
okay. Okay.
Anybody and everybody.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
My one question was, can a parent or a family drop in for just one session? So you don't have to do all of them. So you kind of answered
Back
that.
with the old ASU, but you had to go to
Right.
all of them.
Right. Okay. Anybody else? Thank you both.
Thanks.
Thank you
Appreciate it.
very much. Okay, moving on to informational item 3.4, first read of trust policies. We all had it in our book. We had a study session this month for these policies.
Yeah.
Rob, is there anything to add?
No, nothing new. These are the policies that we had the study session for today.
Mm-hmm. Does anybody have a question that wasn't answered? Perfect. Okay, then let's move on to item, what am I on? 3.5, first read of, oh no, that was 3. What?
No, it's 3.5. This would be
First read of other policies.
yeah. This is the current ASBA policies. Or
Thank
3.5.
you. Okay, first read of ASBA policies.
So all this is just updated ARS language that gets added to policies, and we're just taking that to a first read.
Does anybody have a question about these policies? Okay, thank you very much. Moving on to item 4, call to the public. Any person wishing to speak may present the information at this time only. All presentations are limited to a maximum of 3 minutes and a maximum of 15 minutes on each subject. Before you begin to speak, identify yourself by clearly stating for the record your name. Comments by members of the governing board in response to any public comment will be limited to asking staff to review the matter or requesting scheduling of the matter for further consideration at a later date. I do not have any forms. Is there anybody who would like to speak during the call to the public? Okay, thank you. Moving on to item 5, consent items. It is recommended that the governing board approve all the consent items as listed. Is there a motion?
I make a motion to approve the consent agenda as stated.
Is there a second? Thank you. Motion made by Carlos, seconded by Christie. Are there any comments? Please.
They're the consent items versus the consent agenda.
Yeah,
They're consent items.
items. It's not the
Thank
agenda
you.
itself.
Consent items. So the motion is to approve the consent items as submitted. Thank you. Any other comments? Okay, let's proceed to take a vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. Moving on to item 6, consideration to accept donations. I will read them. To Cibola High School, Tu Casas Mi Casa LLC donated 50 girls soccer jerseys to the Cibola High School girls soccer program. The estimated value of the donation is $2,000. The Thunderbirds Foundation donated $1,000 each to the Cibola High School boys and girls golf teams to be used as needed. Hans Gaston donated 16 novels to the Cibola High School library. The estimated value of this donation is $270. Running Raiders Cross Country Booster donated cross country singlets to the Cibola High School cross country team. The estimated donation is $1,205.28. To Gila Ridge High School, Leticia Gonzalez donated concession items to the Gila Ridge High School class of 2028 to be used to sell at fundraisers. The estimated cost of this donation is $24. Fourth Avenue Gym Athletic Fund donated a scoreboard for the varsity softball field to the Gila Ridge High School Athletics. The estimated cost of this donation is $15,000. Mike Doman donated a Rydell Speedflex football helmet to the Gila Ridge High School football program. The estimated donation is $589. The Thunderbirds Foundation donated a total of $2,000 to the Gila Ridge High School girls and boys golf teams to be used as needed. Fourth Avenue Gym Athletic Fund donated flag football equipment to the Gila Ridge High School. The estimated donation is $1,939.40. Javier Razzo donated concession items to Gila Ridge High School class of 2026 to sell or use at future events. The estimated donation is $216.21. Gila Ridge Yearbook Club donated ink cartridges, iPad, and other classroom supplies to the Gila Ridge High School yearbook class. The estimated donation is $1,218.48. Destiny Pena donated concession items to the Gila Ridge High School Avid Club to be used for fundraising events. The estimated donation is $363. To Kofa High School, Kofa Culinary Arts Club donated a Nadex, I'm sorry if I'm saying that wrong, coins, thermal print electronic cash register to the Kofa High School Culinary Arts class to be used for fundraisers and events. The estimated cost of the donation is $520. Shamrock Foods donated 1 box of whole raw chicken to the Kofa Culinary Arts class to be used as lessons on chicken fabrication. The estimated cost is $144. Marjorie Clark donated concession items to the Kofa High School Mental and Social Health Fall Festival to be used as a fundraiser. The estimated cost of this donation is $30. APS donated classroom supplies to the Kofa High School Forensic Science class. The estimated cost of this donation is $499.30. The Thunderbirds Foundation donated $1,000 to the Kofa High School boys golf team to be used for equipment as needed. Kofa Automotive Club donated classroom equipment to the Kofa High School automotive class. The estimated cost is $1,700. Ernesto Amato donated concession items to the Kofa High School Student Council class of 2026. The estimated donation is $150. Donors Choose donated classroom supplies to the Kofa High School Forensic Science class. The estimated donation is $472.75. San Luis High School. Donors Choose donated snacks to San Luis High School Miss Carrillo class. The estimated value of this donation is $142.45. Donors Choose donated storage bins and clothing racks to the San Luis High School Caring Closet to be used for students in need. The estimated value of this donation is $609.12. Sidewinder Golf Club donated golf equipment and 2 men's golf club sets to the San Luis High School golf teams. The estimated cost of this donation is $832.42. Jasmine Vitiera, sorry about that, donated concession items to the San Luis High School Medical Assistant Club for fundraising at the Fall Festival. The estimated donation is $60. Walmart donated a gift card to the San Luis High School Skills USA Construction Technology Club. The estimated donation is $95. Christina Bailey donated concession items to the San Luis National Honor Society for purpose of fundraising. The estimated donation is $300. To Somerton High School, Maria Yasso donated concession items to the Somerton High School Student Council to be used for resale or to be gifted to students. The estimated value of this donation is $60. Denya Polina donated sodas and napkins to the Somerton High School Student Council to be used for resale or to be gifted to students. The estimated value of this donation is $235. Terso Lara donated 1 wrestling mat to the Somerton High School Athletics Department. The estimated value of this donation is $500. Claudia Macias donated concession items to the Somerton High School sports medicine class to be used for resale or to be gifted to students. The estimated value of this donation is $320. Nayeli Gomez donated concession items to the Somerton High School Avid Club to be used for resale or as gifts to students. The estimated value of this donation is $80. Diana Travator donated concession items to the Somerton High School Class of 2028 Club to be used for resale or as gift to students. The estimated value of this donation is $38. To Yuma High School, Donors Shoes donated books and craft supplies to the Yuma High School Library. The estimated value of this donation is $772.26. Prime Fence of Arizona LLC donated 50% of the total cost of fencing installation to the Yuma High School hitting facility. The estimated cost of this donation is $1,800. The Education Foundation of Yuma County donated a total of $1,834.22 to Yuma High School Physical Education Department and Library to purchase pedometers, fitness devices, and books. Jose Urballejo, I'm so sorry about these names. Yolanda Huerta Urballejo and Kane Herda. Can somebody pronounce this for me? Huerta Urballejo donated a Rydell Speed Flex helmet to Yuma High School. The estimated cost of this donation is $499.99. I am so sorry if I'm butchering names. GMSS Enterprises, Inc. donated 200 water bottles to Yuma High School Army JROTC program. The estimated cost of this donation is $1,000. Good Stuff Fireworks, LLC donated fireworks and services to Yuma High School to be used during the 2025 graduation. The estimated cost of this donation is $500. Yuma High School Dance Club donated costumes to the Yuma High School dance program. The estimated cost of this donation is $6,000. The total donations this month is $51,519.88, and the total year-to-date donation is $199,588.79. Is there a motion to accept the donations?
So moved.
I have a motion from Carlos, seconded by Christy. Is there any comments?
Yes, I have to recuse myself. Tirso.
Okay.
Not as my brother. So.
Thank you. Anything else? Okay, well then the 4 of us will vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you very much. And now we're moving on to action item 6.2, call for executive session. ARS 38-431.03A2 and ARS 15843F, discussion of consideration of records exempt by law from public inspection, student discipline. Is there a motion?
So moved.
Motion made by Carlos. Is there a second? Seconded by David. Any comments? Let's take a vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Thanks for coming today. Okay. We are going to move on to item 6.4, consideration to approve evaluation and performance-based pay for the superintendent. I would like to recommend that the governing board approve the superintendent's November evaluation and award the performance-based pay associated with the contract. Is there a motion? I said I would like to recommend.
Okay, I'd like to make an, I thought I heard you say you moved. I'm like, oh, she's gonna move right up. Okay, so, I would like to move that we, the governing board, approve the evaluation of performance-based pay for the superintendent, Brianza.
A second.
Perfect. There is a motion by Shelley, seconded by Christie, to approve performance-based pay for Mr. Tim Brianza. Is there any comments or questions? I think we covered it. Then let's take a vote. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries unanimously. Thank you. Okay. Congratulations. Thank you. Item number 7, is there a future agenda item from anyone? Great. Okay. Item 8.1, our next meeting of the board, we have a study session followed by a regular board meeting on Wednesday, December 11th at 4, and then again at 5:15 on December 11th, I said. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So move.
I have a motion. I have a second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Have a great month.